trach care. I'm gonna gather my supplies to start. Make sure I have everything before I go in the room. I need to make sure I have my 4x4s, fenestrated gauze, my collar, an extra trach. Make sure I have my oral care stuff, 2 cups, my hydrogen peroxide, my sterile water. Let's see, what else do I need? My Q-tips, a empty syringe to check the pillow. What else do I need? That. Stethoscope. And yeah, clean gloves. And a waterproof bag, apparently. Have all that going into the room. Hand hygiene, gloves, patient privacy. Hi, my name is Andre. I'm a nursing student here to provide care to your trach.
Hola.
So, what is your first name and last name?
Jane Tripp.
And your date of birth?
Diaz 31.
Muy bien. Okay, ¿cómo te sientes hoy? Okay. How are you feeling today?
Bien. ¿Y tú?
All right. Going in the room, obviously I want to make sure that this is connected to the vent. There's no alarms going off, anything like that. All right. So to start off, I'm going to, also I got to make sure that there's a BVM in the room. Okay. So I'm going to assess you right now, see how you're doing. Do you feel like you need any suctioning?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I have to cough, but I can't get anything up.
Okay, we can suction you. Assessing the lung sounds.
Oh yeah, we're doing.
What do I hear?
Your crackles in the lung sounds.
Okay. So Jane, we're going to suction you, okay? I see that you have this inline suctioning here. You're already connected. The pillow is nice and soft here, so I know that the cuff is inflated. It's connected there. I'm gonna turn it on. And let's see, make sure I don't need anything else. Not for this step. So turning it on, I'm gonna occlude this, make sure the suction is good. It is good. Connect it. And then unlock this as needed. Make sure it's unlocked. It is. So I'm gonna steady your suction, and then before I do this, hyperventilate the patient. Boop.
Your patient has been hyperventilated.
Okay, now I'm gonna go down until I feel resistance. This taking no more than 10 seconds, and rotate on the way out. Intermittent suction with this. Okay, reassess the patient. Do you need any more suctioning? I can listen to lung sounds.
No.
No suctioning? Okay, if you did, I would have to wait a minute before doing another batch of suctioning. And then after that, I can get my little water from in here, and then clean, make sure the cap is closed when I'm done. Lock this, disconnect that. Alrighty, so that's all good. Let me bring you up. We're going to do some care on your trach area. Make sure my supplies are set up here. Make sure that I have a new trach, because I'm going to change that out. And that would be in sterile packaging. We're going to say it's sterile. Ties, fenestrated gauze, regular gauze. Provide oral care right now as needed. Change out my gloves, hand hygiene, put on new gloves.
And then does your patient need more suctioning?
She said that she didn't.
I feel much better.
Yo, bien. So soy bien? No?
Totally.
There you go.
Todo bien? Yes. All right. So, first off, we are going to change that up. Yep, we're going to remove this one. Okay. Then with just water and hydrogen peroxide, 50-50, and water labeled hydrogen peroxide. Get my Q-tips with the water and clean underneath, changing out the Q-tips when they're soiled. in hydrogen peroxide and water, changing out, cleaning up here. Okay. Yep. And then making sure that that's dry. I could change out the gauze here. Make sure they're non-woven fenestrated. Sure that I'm supporting the trach. It's good, so that's good. All right, so we're gonna change out the inner cannula here. So I'm gonna disconnect you for a second while we get the new one. Take that one out. Checking gunky, occluded, any blood, secretions. Good. And I'm gonna grab the new one, only touching the outer part of the cannula, going in line with the curve, going in, securing it. If there's a twisting one, I would twist it to lock it, reattaching their oxygen, make sure they're breathing okay. They are. Now I'm going to change out the twist ties. This one is a Velcro, there's also just regular ties, but do whatever the facility has. Making sure to attach the new ties before removing the old ties. And then for this patient, you want to make sure that you always have an extra cannula in the room at all times, just in case it gets dislodged or ripped out for whatever reason. Okay, new ties are on, verify that. Now I can take off these old ties. Good. Now that that's done, reassess my patient, check the lung sounds.
Clear.
Work of breathing, your oxygen saturation looks good, your chest is rising even and equal, trachea appears midline. Do you need anything else before I go?
No.
Okay, here's your call light. I'm gonna lower your bed down to the lowest position. Are you comfortable in this position?
See.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna take off my gloves. Hand hygiene, I'm going to document the procedure, trach care provided, suction was tolerated by patient, current vitals and oxygen saturation, date, time, and that's it.
Muchas gracias.
Did I miss anything?